Welcome back to Building Geek Cred and this little additional video for the Batman the Animated Series board game. This episode we're going to unbox the Arkham Asylum addition to the game. Again, I just kind of split these up because there was so much to unbox that would have been impossible to get through. Once again, we've got typical great artwork on the cover here: Poison Ivy, Clayface, Mad Hatter, and so forth. So there's a lot of goodness inside of this box. As usual, we've got our nice episode guide laid out, just like a comic book, and it gives you the new rules for Clayface mode, which allows one person to turn traitor partway through the game, which is kind of nice. So this features episodes 13 through 18, and notice several of those are broken up, so there's 3 acts, and there's several acts there. So a lot of extra content there to play through. We got some more punch-out sheets, so we got some more automobiles, some signage for the tops of buildings. We got some additional tokens, stairs. Looks pretty straightforward, usual. We've got just a couple of new tiles here, and as always, we'll take a quick look at those because I love the new tiles. The artwork is great on this. Very evocative, although this is a little more neon. It's like the Joel Schumacher version of Batman instead of the animated series, but again, it looks like a little rooftop garden, perhaps, a greenhouse. Here we've got a room at the end of a building, and there's a couple desks in there, not quite sure what that would be exactly. Another rooftop garden, so these I'm going to say match up with each other to make one big tile. Just guessing, but I think I'm on the right track there. This looks like a prison, perhaps, because we've got several small cells with just a bed in them and a doorway leading onto a main hallway with obviously overhead fluorescent lighting. This is a new studio, clearly. We've got a couple cameras, we've got a desk, we've got a chair for interviews. Place for the studio audience here. I'm not quite sure what that is, but it looks like a raised platform of some sort with things dropping down. And then here we have a room full of monitors, all showing the exact same thing. And finally, yes indeed, the second half of this. So again, I'm just going to go on a limb and say these two connect just like that to make one gigantic tile. Alright, underneath here we've got our new, this one is going to be taped down for the first time today. Nope. Alright, so we've got all of our new characters and our new miniatures down here. And wow. Wow, just look at these plants for Poison Ivy. This thing is amazing. Look at that sculpt, that gigantic gaping maw, those little tentacles coming off of it, all the little details on this. Amazing work on getting those sculpts right. And look at this gigantic Clayface. This thing is just massive, especially when you compare it to a standard character. So let's grab Poison Ivy, and look how tiny she is compared to Clayface. That's amazing, the scale of that. But that's very dynamic again. He's got an axe for one hand, he's got kind of a bludgeon for the other one. Just incredible work on the angular. Oh, look at this guy. He has a ventriloquist dummy. And look how tiny that thing is, but the level of detail on it is amazing. Or it looks like a ventriloquist dummy. Maybe it's a really, really tiny guy. I'm not sure. But one way or another, once again, a fantastic bunch of sculpts. This one has the usual cards, plus it's got identity cards, so you know if you're Clayface or you're the main hero. And then it's got cards to play all of those characters and villains. So there you have the Arkham Asylum extra box for Batman the Animated Series unboxed. Thank you for joining us on Building Geek Cred, and we will see you next time.